To the 2016 Women of Distinction Awards Gala, benefiting Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle. My name is Janice Lucas, and I'm honored to be your mistress of ceremonies this evening. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce my partner for this evening, Master of Ceremonies, President and CEO of the United Way of Northwest Florida, Brian Taylor.
Thank you very much, Janice. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Good evening to all of our guests. It is my pleasure to serve as Master of Ceremonies this evening. We are here this evening to honor women who have made a difference within their respective professional fields and within our community. But first, let me tell you a little about the woman standing beside me this evening. Janice is the Executive Director of the Lead Coalition of Bay County and Volunteer Extraordinaire. I said a little, so that's all. I could go on and on forever and tell you all sorts of things she's told me not to tell you about.
Thank you, Brian. We also want to thank our harpist who welcomed us into tonight's gala, Dr. Melinda Stevenson, an FSU professor by day. Thank you, Dr. Stevenson. Let's also thank Sarah Nicole, a 16-year-old North Bay Haven junior, whose singing has set the mood for this exciting evening. Let's thank both of our opening acts. We are here tonight to recognize an amazing group of women who have made significant contributions to their communities within their respective professional fields and have embodied Girl Scouts' mission to build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place.
These women have demonstrated what it means to be a Girl Scout, fostering high ideals, patriotism, respect for others, and community service. We hope you took a moment to read about each of the nominees in the program on your tables, and you will certainly hear more about them throughout the evening.
Girl Scouts is committed to being an integral part of Northwest Florida's communities and is thankful to all of the sponsors and dedicated volunteers who make Girl Scout programs possible. At this time, we would like to recognize the Chief Executive Officer for the Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle, Mrs. Rosalind Allen. Please stand and be recognized. In addition, we would like to recognize the Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle Board President, Mrs. Peggy McLean. Board members this evening, also of the Florida Panhandle Girl Scouts, Juan Andrada and Sue Jacobson. Thank you for all that you do. Together with our Women of Distinction nominees, they too are inspiring to the next generation of leaders.
A generation that will take place of America's most accomplished women in public service, business, science, education, the arts, and community life. Women who are all Girl Scout alumni.
Women such as news anchor Katie Couric.
NASA's first female space shuttle commander, Eileen Collins.
The first American woman to fly in space after going into orbit aboard the Challenger, Sally Ride.
Former U.S. Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor.
Former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice.
Harvard's first female president, Drew Gilpin Faust.
And the first woman to be the nominee of a major presidential party, presidential nominee Hillary Clinton.
At this time, let's take a look at the reach of the impact that Girl Scouts has in our community. Will all former Women of Distinction honorees and nominees please stand and remain standing? All of our former Women of Distinction.
And joining them
please remain standing.
Please remain standing. Would all 2016 Women of Distinction nominees please stand and remain standing?
Would all members of the Girl Scout Council of the Florida Panhandle Board of Directors, past and present, please stand and remain standing.
Would all Girl Scout volunteers, past and present, please stand and remain standing?
And finally, if you were ever a Girl Scout, will you please stand?
What about those who dated a Girl
I was
Scout?
going to say, anybody, if you have kissed a Girl Scout, please stand. How many Girl Scouts? Who? Never mind, I don't want to know.
Amazing. How wonderful it is that Girl Scouts has touched so many lives. Thank you for laying the foundation upon which we will continue to develop young leaders for the future.
But before we meet our nominees, let's take a moment and say thank you to the committee who made this happen tonight. Would the 2016 Women of Distinction Committee please stand as I call your name? Juan Andrada, Alethea Nami, Sue Jacobson, Susan Granberg, Catherine Tarrant, and Tracy Watts. And of course, we cannot forget and must not forget our committee co-chairs. If you will please stand, Ms. Victoria Williams and Ms. Christy Kirkland. Please give everybody a round of applause.
Well, Brian, it's time to meet these amazing nominees for the 2016 Women of Distinction Awards Gala. As we call your name, please come to the stage to our left and remain on the stage to be recognized.
Gail Ahrens, Habitat for Humanity, Bay County.
Jasmine Allen, Life Management Center.
Dr. Carrie Baker, Gulf Coast State College.
Andrea Boutwell Hess, Scott Ingraham Real Estate.
Jennifer Burke, Central Payment of Panama City.
Terry Cable, Florida Therapy Services.
Dinah Creighton, Creighton Communications. I should say Dr. Dinah Creighton, Creighton Communications.
Terry Davidson, The Wine Dog.
Jeanette Dethridge, Mary Kay.
Eberly Fuentes, Battleship CrossFit.
Tiffany Hines, United Way of Northwest Florida.
LaRue Keller, U.S. Army retired.
Ginger Littleton, Bay County School Board.
Nancy Luther, Adecco Staffing.
Cynthia McCauley, Chautauqua Charter School.
Ginger Owens, First Baptist Church.
Adrienne Pelletier, Catholic Charities of Northwest Florida.
Pam Perry, retired.
Jennifer Rader, Mary Kay.
Thelma Rohan, Panama City Orthopedics.
Naomi Sharp, Catholic Charities of Northwest Florida.
Claire Sherman, Lamar Advertising.
Karen Smith, Beachy Beach Real Estate.
Alyssa Stone Dennis, Stone Real Estate Group.
Don Veet, Pete's Dairy.
Renee Willoughby, Gulf Coast Children's Advocacy Center.
Perfect. They would put me in the back since I was so tall.
29 of Bay County's most amazing women, the 2016 Women of Distinction nominees. In a few moments, a handful of these 2016 Women of Distinction will receive special recognition from Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle. I just did that.
Oh.
It's you now.
First, please allow me to introduce to you Girl Scout Catherine Murphy. Ms. Murphy is an ambassador of Girl Scout in Troop 161 and is celebrating 12 years as a Girl Scout.
Good evening, everybody. My journey with Girl Scouts began when I was 6 years old. I was in the first grade, and a lady known to me only as Miss Butterfly began a troop at my school. And now today, here I stand before each of you in my 12th year of Girl Scouting and a senior in high school. It's been an amazing journey and one that I will cherish for a lifetime. I have learned much over the years, of which I know will greatly impact my future and the futures of many. Tonight, I'm here to provide you a glimpse of my journey and the power of a Girl Scout cookie. The cookie program is a quintessential part of Girl Scouting, and I have enjoyed being part of the program every year of my Girl Scouting experience. It has helped me further my knowledge in customer relations and the basic of how sales work, including goal setting, decision making, people skills, business ethics, and money management. After doing some research on the Department of Labor website, I learned that 23% of all careers in the U.S. are classified as sales, and that over half of all careers deal directly with consumers. Thanks to the Girl Scout Cookie Program, I am better prepared to enter the workforce. Thanks to the Girl Scout Cookie Program, I know how to mentally make change, and I have learned from experience that calculators and cash registers aren't always right, and so it's better to be able to do it in your head. I know what to say to sell a product to a customer. I know that knowledge such as this will help me stand out among others when applying for a job as well. That's the power of a cookie for you right there. That's not all, though. The power of a cookie goes beyond the cookie season. You see, because of the cookie program, Girl Scouts are able to learn many things and do community service projects. It was through Girl Scouts that I received my Medic First training and my babysitting and child safety certificate. I've put my Medic First training to use at most every volunteer service unit event for the last 2 years, as well as at countless Girl Scout troop functions. Because of my Medic First training, I'm better prepared to help in an emergency situation and perhaps save a life. The babysitting child safety training that I've had will also prove to be quite beneficial to me, both now and in the future, as it is proof that I know how to take care of young children. This will be extremely helpful to me as I plan on attending college full-time next year to work on a degree in education to teach either English or the arts. I haven't decided yet. Either way, I'll have to interact with small children on a daily basis, and I'll know what to do if an emergency situation arises. Through Girl Scouts, I've had insurmountable amounts of cultural exposure. When we went on our first troop-funded trip to Savannah, Georgia for the 100th birthday of Girl Scouts, other troops from all over the nation went to the same event. We gathered swaps, which are these little pins and trinkets that each troop makes, and they're like individual to each troop and sometimes even each event. they kind of represent like who you are and where you're from and all that. I actually meant to bring some of them with me today, but I forgot. So our troops swap is actually a little bag with some sand in it and a seashell, because we're the Sandcastle Service Unit, and known for our white beaches. Anyway, we gathered swaps from troops from as far away as Washington State, New Mexico, Iowa, Wisconsin, and every other state on the map, pretty much. We even got to meet a Girl Guide troop from England, which was really cool. And every year when we go to Girl Scout days at Wild Adventures, more and more people from farther and farther away come as well, bringing with them their unique culture and stories about their ways of life. For example, we met a troop whose swap was like a little golf tee with a gem on the end of it, so it's like a flashlight. Can't remember their troop number, but I know they were from Atlanta. And either way, they had a girl with them who was vegan, so she couldn't eat marshmallows at the campfire because they have egg whites, right? So instead, she roasted tomatoes and like squash, carrots. I know, I thought the same thing, but I tried it, and oh my God, it was so good. Put some salt on like roasted tomatoes. It's the best. And that kind of became a tradition with our troop to eat like roasted vegetables along with the marshmallows. Where else could you get experience like this other than Girl Scouts? Honestly. Most people my age would spend their days wasting away at like a computer screen, whereas I am able to learn more about different cultures and the ways that people of the world live. Hands-on experience like this at such a young age is essential for developing any form of communication skills later in life. Girl Scouts has taught me many things that I plan on using in my future, and those things include not only simple life lessons, but more complex ways to deal with people and survive in a world in which I will constantly have to interact directly and indirectly with others. As my favorite musical states, who can say if I've been changed for the better? I believe I have been changed for the better, but because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And that is the power of a Girl Scout cookie.
Wow, now that's the power of a cookie.
And Janice, just a moment. This is the power of minute cookies.
I don't think the word here is power.
I think it's lack of power. You're right.
Truly inspirational. Thank you for sharing with us the power of the cookie, but also for those of us who are Girl Scouts, perhaps taking us back down memory lane of selling cookies and going on trips. My first trip to Washington, D.C. was with the Girl Scout troop here in Panama City. So thank you, Ms. Murphy. Please, another round of applause for that wonderful presentation.
Well, Janice, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. It is time to present the 2016 Women of Distinction Awards.
Yes, it is, Brian. And here to assist us with the presentation of the 2016 Women of Distinction Awards tonight is 2014 Woman of Distinction honoree and chair of this year's Woman of Distinction Awards Gala Committee, Mrs. Victoria Williams. And joining her this evening is 2015 Woman of Distinction honoree and this year's Woman of Distinction Awards Gala Honorary Chair, Mrs. Christy Kirkland. Thank you both for all of your hard work to bring this event about. The 2016 Women of Distinction First Award this evening recognizes that through the Girl Scout promise, girls learn to live by laws and how, in doing so, help them become good citizens, thereby making their world a better place. The Woman of Distinction in this category works to ensure the laws of this area are adhered to, promoting a healthier environment for the entire community.
The 2016 Woman of Distinction Law honoree is Dinah Creighton.
Dinah Creighton, a licensed attorney, recently completed her doctoral studies at Argosy University. As an attorney, she has been employed as an administrative law judge for the Illinois State Labor Relations Board, was an assistant district attorney for Racine County, Wisconsin, functioned as an attorney with guardian ad litem for Racine County, an associate attorney for the law firm of Schneidman Myers et al. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Dinah moved to Panama City, Florida in 2001 to join her late husband, Dr. Hulon Creighton, who operated the highly successful Rheumatology and Infusion Center. Together, the Creightons established the Creighton Foundation that has supported many local organizations. Dr. Dinah Creighton has worked as a legal intern for the State Attorney's Office of the 14th Judicial Circuit and is active in many civic and community organizations and presently serves as the first vice president of the Bay County branch of the NAACP. She is also a member of the Panama City Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, the General Federation of Women's Clubs of Panama City, the League of Women Voters, and the local chapter of the National Organization of Women. Dr. Dinah Creighton.
I just want to say thank you for the recognition. I am honored. I'm beyond honored. I would like to also thank you for nominating me because these kind of recognitions are few and far in between and hard to come by, and to be recognized by the community is such an honor. I also want to give honor to God. I just finished my doctoral program. It's been a long journey. As you know, my husband, Dr. Creighton, passed last year, and getting back on track and finishing that was a long, arduous journey. But I just like to say thank you and God bless you.
Our next award for the Women of Distinction is in the category of media. It is through programs and pathways like Media Girls and the Girl Scout Leadership Experience that girls learn to connect with their local and global communities to motivate and inspire others to take action. The Woman of Distinction in this category connects the community through the dissemination of information, prompting action in a variety of ways.
And the winner of our media honoree is 2016 Women of Distinction Media honoree is Miss Claire Sherman.
Claire Sherman is a vice president with Lamar Advertising, serving as the general manager of Lamar Advertising of Panama City. Claire has been with Lamar since 1997. A longtime resident of Bay County, she is a graduate of Mosley High School and Gulf Coast State College. She attended Auburn University and earned her BS in Communications and Public Relations from Florida State University. Claire is an involved, active leader in our community, having served on numerous boards and committees, including the Bay County Chamber of Commerce, Rotary Club of Panama City, Bay High Girls Soccer Booster Club, Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, Military Affairs Committee, United Way of Bay County, the United Way of Northwest Florida, the American Cancer Society, Gulf Coast Media and Marketing Association, and the Junior Service League of Panama City. Claire is a mother to one daughter, Alexandria, who is a senior at Bay High School. Those of you that know Claire know that Claire is a fun, outgoing, and energetic person, enjoying all of the outdoor activities Bay County has to offer, enjoying travel, historical homes, but mostly being a mom.
I am beyond speechless, and that's a first for many of you out there that know me. So I want to say thank you very much for nominating me for this position. And I want to say that I was a Girl Scout years ago, and I do remember selling the cookies, and I do remember all the fun things that we did when we were Girl Scouts and what a difference it does make to young ladies in our community. Thank you very much.
Since the 1990s, Girl Scouts have pursued opportunities to explore science and technology. The Girl Scout Journeys introduces girls of every age to science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM, experiences that are relevant to everyday life. The Woman of Distinction for this category has excelled in this field and serves as an example to girls that they too can enter and be successful in non-traditional careers.
The 2016 Woman of Distinction STEM honoree is Jennifer Walgamot.
Jennifer Walgamot is an accomplished architect with over 25 years' experience. She was born in Florida and grew up in 3 countries, 15 cities, and attended 9 schools while her father served in the United States Army. She has both her architectural degrees from Rice University and completed a welding class at Haney Technical Center. She is Senior Manager for ZHA, providing infrastructure project management for Northwest Florida Beaches International Airport and Panama City. Jennifer has worked on projects as diverse as the design standards for 164 new schools for Los Angeles School District to massive sheds at the state of Mississippi Port. While a university professor, she taught design build studios and seminars on gender issues in architecture. She actively serves on Leadership Bay Steering Committee and the boards of the Pops and Girls, Inc. She lives in Bay County with her 2 amazing daughters and supportive friends and family. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And I've got to say, I was a Brownie and a Girl Scout. And more importantly, I have not only a village of support, but a city of support. And that includes family, friends, mentors, colleagues, and of course, my company, ZHA. And with that, I want to say that the opportunity for girls in the STEM disciplines in Bay County is huge. And our infrastructure needs in the area are massive in terms of vertical construction, buildings, horizontal construction, roads, bridges, and stormwater improvements. And I want to see girls to be the important part of getting that done in the county. So again, thank you.
Girl Scouts is a leading organization for girls in the country and relies upon community leaders who have the dedication to serve our youth. The 2016 Women of Distinction Youth Services Award is presented to a woman who has made a significant difference in the lives of children. She is someone who is a visionary for young leaders and a lifelong child advocate.
And the 2016 Women of Distinction Youth Services honoree is Renee Willoughby.
Renee Willoughby is a native of Jackson County and has lived in Panama City since 1985. She has been married for 29 years to Tom Willoughby, who has been serving Bay County as a law enforcement officer for the past 39 years. 2 sons, one of whom is a deputy with the Bay County Sheriffs and the other a sergeant in the U.S. Army stationed in Alaska. Renee is the happy grandmother to 4 beautiful children, 2 boys and 2 girls, and she's been employed as a paralegal for Harry Harper for the past 26 years. Renee presently serves as chairman of the board of directors of Gulf Coast Children's Advocacy Center. Under Renee's leadership, the services of Gulf Coast Children's Advocacy Center have expanded to include the brand new Gulf Coast Sexual Assault Program, offering services to adult victims of sexual abuse. Renee's hobbies include painting, reading, cycling, or upcycling. Upcycling, is that a thing? Like I would know. And enjoying the beach.
I can't tell you how honored I am to be here tonight, and I am speechless, which, like one of my other cohorts, that is something that's unusual for me. I have been so enriched since I've been on the board of the Gulf Coast Children's Advocacy Center. My mentor was Pam Smoke, who unfortunately died way too early, and she called me one day and said, I need a favor from you. And when Pam said she needs a favor from you, you just went, and she says, you're gonna do this and you're gonna like it. And I said, okay, and I did, and I've been there nearly 16 years. I can't tell you what it means to know that you can make a difference in the life of a child. And everyone in this room can, and everyone should. Any little thing that you do, any inkling that you can give to a child will be something that they'll treasure forever. And there's so many kids in our community that need our help. So thank you for letting me be a part of the Gulf Coast Children's Advocacy Center. Thank you to my wonderful executive director, Lori Allen, who does a great job, as do all of our employees every single day. Thank you so much for giving me this honor.
Girl Scouts helps girls discover the importance of social services in our communities through encouraging girls to give their time, treasures, and talents for the common good. Our next award honoree represents this well. This individual has a proven record of exceptional generosity who, through direct support, has demonstrated outstanding civic responsibility and whose kindness encourages others to take on social roles for the community.
The 2016 Woman of Distinction Social Service honoree is Tiffany Hines.
Tiffany Hines is the Chief Operating Officer at the United Way of Northwest Florida. Before joining United Way, Tiffany demonstrated a heart for her community by serving as a foster parent for over 5 years and providing a loving home to 20 children during that time. Tiffany and her husband Paul adopted 7 children from 2007 to 2009, some with special needs. Despite all odds, they were blessed with their 8th child in 2013. Tiffany is a native to Panama City and earned her undergraduate and master's in business administration degrees from Florida State, Panama City. She is a member of the Emerald Coast Business Women's Association, Bay and Gulf County Foster and Adoptive Parents Association, Bay County Chamber of Commerce, Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce, is an active volunteer at her children's schools and at her church. Tiffany has been the recipient of the Florida Adoptive Parent of the Year Award, a prom queen candidate for the Boys and Girls Club annual fundraiser, and is a past Jefferson Award nominee. Congratulations.
I'm going to try to do this without crying, but I brought my tissue up here. It's an honor to be on this stage tonight, and like everybody in this room, we have all made an impact. But I can tell you that I wouldn't be on this stage if it wasn't for my role models and the family that I have and the people that have inspired me to do what I've done in this community. My award tonight belongs to them, to every single person at table 15 over here. I would like to recognize them tonight. My nanny and papa, they taught me who Jesus is. Through their example, I learned the importance of having a relationship with my Savior. My mom taught me the importance of love. I don't think anybody can love me like my mama does. I want my kids to feel the way my mom makes me feel. My dad taught me never to give up on anyone. Our relationship is stronger than I never thought it would be. His influence keeps me going on those days that I just want to give up. My stepmom, Tracy, she taught me the importance of telling the truth. The summer that I went to spend with them, and I told her that I was allowed to wear makeup, and I lied. I don't think she ever let me wear makeup again until I was an adult. Actually, I know she didn't. I learned that lesson well. My Aunt Kay taught me that being an adult can be really cool. I've always treated kids like they're important and that their opinions matter based on the treatment that she treated me with whenever I was a child. My husband Paul has taught me so many things, but I think the thing that stands out the most important is the way we treat others. Our words and actions are a reflection of our thoughts and our true self. It's important to let our love shine through us. If I am even a fraction as selfless as Paul is, then I have something to be proud of. Paul feeds the hungry, he loves the unlovable, he houses orphans, and he treats everyone he meets with respect and dignity. He is my hero. Every one of those people at that table right there is my hero. Without these people in my life, I would not be half the woman I am. So I share this honor of distinction with them, and I share it with each and every one of you in this room that makes a difference. Thank you.
The founder of Girl Scouts, Juliette Gordon Lowe, believed health, nutrition, and fitness were essential to the Girl Scout experience. Girl Scouts hike, play basketball, they go on camping trips. They're encouraged to prepare healthy meals, all progressive initiatives for girls at that time. Today, Girl Scouts continue to support healthy living for girls, recognizing that it inspires them to lead in all aspects of society. Indeed, Girl Scouts believe that girls who compete on the playing field succeed and lead in life. The Women of Distinction for Health and Fitness displays the Women of Distinction for Health and Fitness displays these skills every day.
And our 2016 Women of Distinction for Health and Fitness honoree is Everly Funches.
As a staple in the fitness community for nearly 20 years, Everly Funches has been making her mark in many ways, from racing marathons and Ironmans in her 30s to currently owning and operating 2 Bay County businesses, including Battleship CrossFit of Panama City Beach. Everly's specialty is designing fitness and nutrition programming for local CrossFit enthusiasts. She coaches and teaches women of all ages in specialized sports programs, including strength and conditioning for the Gulf Coast women's softball team, North Bay Havens girls weightlifting team, and Bay United soccer teams. Her dedication to women's fitness and nutrition has impacted literally thousands of lives, and her qualifying for and finishing 15th place at the CrossFit Games in 2015 further broadened that reach. Everly is constantly furthering her education in the specialties of weightlifting, gymnastics, CrossFit training, and nutrition, not only to maintain her professional athletic standing, but to influence women in her community and to desire to be her best self.
So I look a little unconventional compared to the rest of you. So I just want to let a lot of you know that I get to meet a lot of your daughters through our programming, and I'm really, really proud to be able to get to teach them and coach them and educate them on something that is a little unconventional where girls are concerned. So I don't get to sit on any boards. I wish I had time. I just don't. And I really, really am very honored to be here with all of you today. And I thank you so much for this award. And I really look forward to seeing more of your daughters before us in the future. Thank you so much.
Since 1912, Girl Scouts has been impacting girls and building leaders who are courageous and confident that makes our community a better place to live, work, and play. The Community Impact Award is presented to the woman who identifies local community needs and issues. She has initiated meaningful change, dedicating her personal time and resources to champion meaningful impact. This woman is recognized as a source of strength and heart in our community.
The 2016 Woman of Distinction Community Impact honoree is Karen Smith.
Karen Smith has lived in this community for over 30 years and is known for her ability to transcend adversity with her unique brand of enthusiasm and tenacity. As the broker and owner of Beachy Beach Real Estate, Karen has transformed her office from 3 agents to over 55 agents. She also serves as a board member with the Panama City Beach Chamber of Commerce and president of Beach Care Services. Additionally, she gives to a multitude of charities and serves others in every way possible. As an entrepreneur who is also a devoted mother and grandmother, her philosophy is, the only people we have to get even with are those who have helped us. Through her business, her charities, and her community involvement, Karen Smith focuses her life on spreading love and joy to others in Panama City Beach and beyond. Congratulations.
Okay, no short jokes.
I prepared this.
Okay. He is such a smart guy. Okay. Wow, I'm so excited. I'm kind of shocked, thank you. And I don't have anything prepared, obviously, but I do want to say this while I've got all these sweet people in the room. I'm so grateful and honored because the reason I've been able to do anything in my life is because for whatever reason, I'm always surrounded by wonderful, precious, loving, sweet people. And I have a philosophy, and I want to share it with you right now. I have reverse paranoia, and I believe that everybody out there is trying to help me. And that has been the case of my life. And I am so thankful that God has given me the ability just to love. And that's really my only talent, so I kind of stick with it. But thank you so much for my precious Beachy Beachers. They're so sweet. At Beachy Beach, when we started this company a few years ago, my whole thing was I wanted to be able to get something so I could give it back to those that have been so good for me. And it's so cool to not have my power shut off and my water shut off and all that stuff, and I still have some to give. So I'm so excited. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Here to share her Girl Scout story with us is Miss Kate Millett, who is Girl Scout Cadet with Troop 449. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kate Millett. I am a Girl Scout with Troop 449 and a media girl for Girl Scouts. I began Girl Scouts as a daisy in kindergarten when my aunt decided to start a troop. She was always very active with my troop and made Girl Scouts really fun. When I first started Girl Scouts, I can remember being very shy. I didn't like talking to others. It would take a long time for me to warm up to new adults and girls to feel like I could really open up and talk freely. So, when I joined Girl Scouts, the only people I would talk to were my cousin and my aunt. Later that year, we were told about the Girl Scout cookie program, where we learned how to set goals, make decisions, manage money, people skills, and business etiquettes. I was so excited and I wanted to sell lots of cookies. I knew I was going to sell a lot of cookies that year, and I had been thinking about what I was going to say. The day arrived, here and my mom out on our first adventure. I knocked on the door, but then it hit. I just couldn't say a word. Someone just took the air and knocked it right out of me, and the words just wouldn't come out of my mouth. My mom came to the rescue as any mom would, and I just stood there while she did all the talking. My shyness took a hold of me in whatever I did, even my most treasured activities that I loved to do, like singing and dancing. I couldn't do it in front of people. Girl Scouts inspired me to come out of my shyness through various activities such as giving back to others. Each year, my troop designs a plan where we help someone in our community. We've done beach cleanup days, diaper drives, shoe collecting, and toiletry drives for victims of the tornado, and volunteering at the Ronald McDonald House. My favorite community service project was participating in the Caring and Sharing program, where we helped collect food and package boxes for families in need at Thanksgiving time. Throughout my many years of participating in Girl Scouts, I've been fortunate enough to attend camp at all 3 Girl Scout locations, Kugelman, Kolomoki, and Camp for All Seasons. Each campsite offers its own unique experience. I have made friends and learned valuable skills at each, like this past year being a part of an elite group of girls who focus on public speaking. However, as I think back on all the fun and wonderful things I've done in Girl Scouts, I'm reminded of a special time when I went camping at Camp Kolomoki. One night, my troop gathered around the campfire in excitement to learn what our camp names were going to be. I found out that mine was going to be Nightingale, after the famous nurse. Because when someone fell and scraped their knee, I was the first one there to help them. I finally developed and gained the courage and confidence to go after my dream of singing and dancing in front of an audience. Through the skills I learned in Girl Scouts, I had a good audition and became a member of Pensacola Children's Chorus. And now I routinely perform in front of large audiences. I believe that I am fortunate as I have always been involved with Girl Scouts. But there are many girls wanting to be a Girl Scout, but unfortunately, due to various reasons like transportation, money, not enough volunteers, they are unable to do so. I believe every girl deserves the same opportunities that I have to be a part of this wonderful organization like Girl Scouts. You see, we do more than sell cookies. They build girls like me to have courage, confidence, and character that will make our community a better place. Girl Scouts empowers girls, as I am now able to stand in front of you today and tell my story. I hope my story encourages you to help you to join Girl Scouts or volunteer to be a Girl Scout leader and make a difference in a girl's life so she can change the world. Thank you. And now I would like to sing one of my favorite Girl Scout songs on my honor. And if you know it, I would like you to join along with me. On my honor, I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say I. There's a reason here for a reason above. My honor is to try, and my duty is love. People don't need to know my name. If I do any harm, then I'm to blame. When I help another, then I help me. If I've opened up my eyes to see, on my honor I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say I. There's a reason here for a reason above. My honor is to try, and my duty is love. I've tucked away a song or two. If you're feeling low, there's one for you. If you need a friend, then I will come. There are many more where I come from. On my honor, I will try. There's a duty to be done, and I say I. There's a reason here for a reason above. My honor is to try, and my duty is love.
Not only is she able to address a crowd so eloquently, but to sing as well. Please, one more time. What a wonderful story. Thank you for sharing with us, Miss Millette Bryant. Looks like we need to have a little fun and invite our good friend Hoot Crawford to the stage. Hoot! Let's see how much we can raise for Girl Scouts. Hoot, all you have to do is more than you did last year.
Was I here last year?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. I hope we got a number on that. How y'all doing tonight? Guess what? I'm not going to be up there because I can't see you. And I don't want anybody. Thank y'all!
Let's thank all of our live auction sponsors again, Creative Gems, Coin Bullion Reserves, David Scott Fine Jewelry, and Star Gallery. Thank you. It is now time to recognize our Rising Young Woman of Distinction Award. For this honor, I would like to introduce Vice President of Fund Development for Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle, Miss Irene Field, and Mr. Larry Perry with Perry & Young.
They wanted to make sure I didn't wear my brownie outfit, okay?
The Rising Young Woman of Distinction Award is presented to a high school senior who demonstrates leadership, a commitment to community service, and to the Girl Scout movement. Each application must include a letter of support, references, and an essay demonstrating her experience as a Girl Scout. This year's recipient has participated in numerous community service projects, including food and clothing drives for charities like Bethel Village, Children's Advocacy Center, the Rescue Mission, Ronald McDonald House, and Anchorage Children's Home, just to name a few. In the last 4 years, she has logged more than 500 hours of community service hours. Tonight, you had the opportunity to hear this year's awardee share her story of how Girl Scouts has prepared her for the future. And because of Girl Scouts and the power of the cookie, she is ready to help wherever needed. We are honored to present the 2016 Rising Young Woman Award to Catherine Murphy. In addition, Larry, if you'd like to say a few words, but she also receives a $500 scholarship, which is sponsored by Harry and Young.
Here we go.
Here to present the Lifetime Achievement Diamond Award is the Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle Board of Directors President, Mrs. Peggy McLean.
Well, just in case you feel cheated that you didn't have an opportunity to give something to Girl Scouts tonight, all you have to do is make out a check to GSCFP, and we'll be glad to take it. I'm serious about that. It's been a while for me, and working with both of the next two ladies that you will be hearing about. And I'm really thrilled to be here tonight to recognize women who are mentors and role models that help Girl Scouting build girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. My job as council president in this event was made easier since I didn't have to select any of the winners. Please join me in another round of applause for the committee that put this together. I was recognized as a woman of distinction 17 years ago. That was the first Council Women of Distinction event west of the Apalachicola River. And Eleanor Lewis, a name recognized by all here, was recognized as the mother of Girl Scouting in our area. The Diamond Award was instituted later to recognize other female icons who had not been Girl Scouts, but who had demonstrated the courage, confidence, and character to make our community a better place. This year's recipient is one of the humblest and bravest women I know. One who is committed not only to her family, but to her community. You may have known her or worked with her on organization boards such as Bay Arts Alliance, the Visual Arts Center, or the Junior Museum. Perhaps it was Relay for Life, the Panama City Pops, or the Bay County Library Foundation. Her classroom educational skills resulted in a consulting position with the Panhandle Area Education Consortium. Her career emphasis to provide innovative learning to enable all learners to be successful has culminated through the Florida State University Foundation Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics program, better known as STEM. Over the past year, she has worked closely with Lead Coalition to obtain grants for providing STEAM, otherwise known as Science, Technology, Education, the arts, and math lessons to our high poverty, high crime communities. And who can forget that courageous lady who used her purse to hit a man holding a gun, our fellow board members? This quiet, unassuming woman is the epitome of a role model to help us build girls with courage, confidence, and character who will make this world a better place. Congratulations to Ginger Littleton as Diamond Award recipient.
Sitting way too long. Stand up. Come on, you guys. It's a late night, and I don't know. I mean, I have my notes right here. It's on something that says, "Stop. We are here to help." So I want to say thank you so much. I want to say thank you to my family. I have 3 kickin' girls who are fabulous and a wonderful husband, and thank all of you. My only thing that I will say, because I know you're all ready to go home because you've been here for a really long time, thanks to all of you who spent like $5,000 for a box of cookies. I'll be calling you tomorrow for some other volunteer work. But it sounds so cliched, but it takes a village. You are the village. We can't do it without you. Not everybody can do it. You are the ones that let all of us do it. And I thank you so much.
Here to present our final award of the evening, the Pearl Award, is Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle Chief Executive Officer, Ms. Rosaline Allen.
Good evening. Okay, come on. I got to hear you. Good evening. Okay, that was a little weak. But let's give all of the ladies so far a round of applause. It is truly these types of women that make my job so easy, not just here in Bay County, but for those who do know me. We cover 19 counties here in the Panhandle, from the Swanee River over to Alabama, and I travel that quite often. So to be able to sit in the room with 29 women just in this county alone, I feel pretty good tonight. So again, thank you. I'm here to present an award that is very close to me because I have a little over 50 some odd years of Girl Scouting just in my lifetime. So I'm here to present the Pearl Award. The Pearl Award is bestowed upon an adult Girl Scout for her significant contributions to the Girl Scouting movement in support of building girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. This year's honoree has proven over and over again her significant contributions to not only the community, but also with Girl Scouts. She has been a chairman and board member of various boards in the community, including, not limited to, the Legacy Girl Scout Council of the Appalachian Bend that was located or headquarters in Tallahassee, Florida, United Way of Northwest Florida, Bay Medical Center Advisory Board, Bay Educational Foundation, Xi Omicron Omega Chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Y'all can give that a hand. And many, many others. This honor is given in memory of our Girl Scout founder, Juliet Gordon Lowe. The significance of the name Pearl Honoree signifies the devotion by Juliet Lowe to the success of starting the Girl Scout movement, which included selling her strand of precious pearls to fund the organization. This year's honoree symbolizes our founder in more ways. As a Take Stock in Children mentor for Bay County Education Foundation, she currently has a mentee at Palm Bay Academy. This year's honoree has mentored many young girls. She has done this for over 10 years. She has served as a basketball mom for young women on the Commodores basketball team. She is a generous but demanding woman. She gladly imparts the wit and wisdom on which she was raised. She teaches them the tried and true values for leading a successful life. Some of her words of wisdom are, be true to your word. If you're on time, then you're late. Do the best you can always. Her life is a model for young women to follow. As quoted by the News Herald, when it comes to providing access to an opportunity, she is at the front of the line, holding the door open for young people. She gives back every day in every possible way. This year's Pearl Honoree is an inspiration to the Girl Scout organization. She exemplifies the mission that our founder set before us and displays her courage, confidence, and character throughout the community and the Girl Scouts. Her life is a model for young women to follow. I am honored and privileged to announce the 2016 Pearl Honoree, Dr. Carrie Baker.
Good evening. It has been said that to whom much is given, much is required. I have been so very blessed by God to be privileged to be supported through this awesome journey of life by a tremendous set of parents, 12 obnoxious, wonderful siblings, lots of supporters and role models. I learned very early on that my mission would be to be of service to all mankind. I work every day to make a difference in the life of our children. So thank you very much for this award. I'm deeply appreciative and honored. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Allen. We would now like to have all of this year's awarded honorees to come to the stage with their award for a final group photo. Would all of our Diamond Girls please return to the stage with your awards?
So a priest, a rabbi, and a pastor walk into a bar. All right.
Congratulations again to our 2016 Women of Distinction honorees. What a wonderful evening. On behalf of the Girl Scout Council of the Florida Panhandle, congratulations to all of the women recognized here this evening, and a very special congratulations again to our 2016 Women of Distinction Award recipients. To all of our family, friends, and guests, thank you for your support of these women and for your support of Girl Scouts.
At this point, we would like to acknowledge and recognize and extend a special thanks to our gold sponsors, Public Supermarkets and Charities, iHeartMedia, Thrivent Financial Services, the Creighton Foundation, and Edgewater Beach and Golf Resort. I'm sure our Publix table here like hearing the stories about the produce, roasted produce in pieces and stuff, right? Yeah, I was thinking about you when I was hearing that story. So again, our gold sponsors, Edgewater, Publix, Thrivent, and the Creighton Foundation, and also Sunny 98.5 and the Tyndall Federal Credit Union. Our silver sponsors, VBA Design, Perry and Young Attorneys at Law, Florida Therapy Services, and Beachy Beach Real Estate. Our bronze sponsors, Mr. and Mrs. Dwight, Gulf Power, Littleton Family, Bill Kramer GM, Mr. and Mrs. Ted McLean, and ProTech Services, who provided the lighting this evening. And again, our live jewelry auction folks, Star Gallery Coin and Bullion Reserves, Creative Gems, David Scott Fine Jewelry, and our fine auctioneer, Mr. Hoot Crawford. I want to remind those folks who did not get their individual pictures as they were coming up. There were 3 of you. You know who you are. Please come up and get those pictures immediately following our program.
And let us not forget Dyer Multimedia and Photography, Sarah Nicole and Dr. Melinda Stevenson for the wonderful entertainment and all of the great donors who helped make this year's silent auction a tremendous success. Remember to pick up and pay for your auction items.
That's right.
It's in the script. I mean, you know.
Thank you to the Girl Scouts of the Florida Panhandle for inviting me to once again participate. I don't know why you keep doing it, but I am grateful. Thank you very much. And it has been a pleasure to serve alongside you, Miss Lucas. Thank you very much for joining me tonight.
You have been on your best behavior this evening, Brian, and I too am honored to have served with you this evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all for your time and attention, and please stay for the after party from now until 11 p.m. for music and dancing. Let the party begin. You ready to get the party started, Hoot? Thank you and good night.